Hey guys, welcome back to ECM, and today we're going to be doing a little tutorial on actually it's number 3 for Arduino. And today we're a pretty basic tutorial, but we're going to learn a little bit about using something called the if statement and some push buttons. So let's take a look at what the parts are. So guys, here we have for the parts. One little thing I want to just talk about before is I recently changed my computer. I recently got it's a MacBook Air 11-inch here. Just the base model I got. Just it's a really great portable computer. I was previously recording on this HP computer, so if it looks a little bit different when I'm doing the screen recording for the Arduino, it's gonna be a little bit different. So for the parts, basically all you need, nothing too complicated here. Just jumper wires, pretty standard. You should have it on any project. Breadboard, you're gonna need for any electronics project. This is a half-size breadboard, but any breadboard will work. We're gonna need an LED for our indication for the push button we'll be using, and then a 220 ohm resistor so we don't burn out the LED and the Arduino board. And here right now we have a push button. I just want to quickly say, sorry about the bad audio. We don't have a microphone right now, but we'll be getting one soon, so just bear with us if it's not the highest quality audio. Alright guys, and here we are on the computer for writing the code. So, as we learned in our previous sketch, basically what we're going to need to do as the start of any sketch is declare our variables. So in this program, we're going to be having two variables. One is going to be the LED, and one is going to be the button. So let's do that. So we're going to make an integer. We type int, and we're going to make the word LED and equal that to 10. So basically what we're saying is that the word LED is equal to pin 10, and 10 is an integer, so that's why it says integer. Now we're going to make another integer, and that's going to be button equal to pin 9. So we put 9. So basically whenever we say button, we're also saying 9. Same with LED. If we say LED, we're also saying 10. So that's all the variables. Now we're going to make our void setup, which we're going to declare everything from communication protocols, pin modes, and setups. For this case, we're only going to need two pin modes. Our first pin mode is going to be declaring the LED as an output. So we said LED, basically, and since we made LED equal to 10, we're basically saying pin 10 is an output. We're now going to make another pin mode called button. And we're going to make a button equal to as a input, because we're going to be reading the state of the button. And there's one more thing we need to do. When we measure buttons, we need to make something called a voltage divider. I cover that in one of our electronic basic tutorials. So we're going to have to make the button pulled up. Basically, we're going to make it normally high, and when we press it, it's going to go low. So we're going to detect when it turns low, because it's normally going to be high when it's not pushed. So we should need to do digital write, as we learned from our previous videos, and we're going to make button high. And some may think, wait, isn't this making like an LED go on, sending power out? But since we declared button as an input, when you make an input high, it enables a pull-up resistor on that pin. We're going to have another video on pull-up resistors to get more to depth about what they are and what they're used for. So just bear with me now. So that's all we're going to need for void setup, and now let's get into the loop. So the first thing we're going to need for a void loop is just probably the only command we'll actually be using, which is an if statement. So basically what an if statement is it's saying if whatever is in the parentheses is true, whatever we put in there, then do the rest of this code, whatever inside the two brackets. So we're going to put if digital read, because we have to read the state of the button. So we're going to be basically reading the state, and we're saying if a read of the button, we made button equal to pin 9. So basically it says digital read pin 9. If digital read button is equal to low, then we're going to do something. And we're going to put that inside the brackets there. And the reason we're saying it's low, that may not make sense, but it's because we pulled it up by using the pull-up command here. Normally, when it's not being pushed, it's going to read high, and when you push down on the button, it's going to read low. So, we're saying here, if digital read button is equal to low, then we want something to happen. And basically, all we're doing is something simple here is we want the LED to light up. So we're going to do digital write, LED, high. That's all we're doing. And with it, so we said LED is equal to pin 10, so it's saying digital write 10 is high. And we also need one more quick command, which is going to be else. So basically that means if anything otherwise, it's basically if this if statement is not true, then do something else. So what we're doing here is we're going to make it off. Oh, my bad there. So basically what we said here, let's go over this one more time. So we're saying we're a void loop, which is our entrance point to the entire code, and we're saying if a digital read of the button, which is pin 9, is equal to low because it's normally high. So if someone pushes down on it and it becomes low, then we make the LED go high. And otherwise, if the button is not being pushed, if it reads high, then we're making the LED go low. So let's close off this loop with the bracket, and we'll see it turns blue to show that it's connected. Let's compile this code to see if we have any errors. And it looks perfect. So let's go over to the breadboard to plug everything in and test if it works. Alright guys, so now that we've written the code and we know what pins we're going to be using, let's go into the breadboard. So here I have my Arduino Uno. This is the board I'd recommend using for starting off. So, and we also have our half-size breadboard. So let's get started by doing some wiring. The first thing we want to do is just connect one of these wires to ground on the Arduino, and we're going to do that to just a random row on the breadboard. And next, we're going to have a wire going from pin 10. Okay, so that's with the LED. As we wrote in the code, it's pin 10. So we're going to do do that to another row on the breadboard, as you can see there. And now we are going to put a 220 ohm resistor, so that the LED doesn't burn out, from pin 10. So do you see this is the row I put pin 10 on? So now we're going to do a jumper wire. So we're going to put a 220 ohm resistor from the row connecting to pin 10 to another row, and we're going to put the LED between the resistor and ground. And as you remember, the long lead goes to power, and the short lead goes to ground. So let's put the short leg there, and the long leg in the power. So there we go, and now we're going to wire up the button. So we're going to put the button just across, and this lead right here and this lead right here will not be connected normally. So we are going to put that right there. And basically what we're going to have right now is we're going to have one, since we already have a ground rail right here for the LED, we're just going to hook up another jump wire to that ground rail right here, and one of the row ground rails to one of the sides of the buttons. And we're going to put another wire from the other side of the button right there to pin 9. And that's the pin we're reading the button from. So that's all the wiring we're going to need. Let's upload the program and see how it works. So guys, here we are on the computer. So we're going to take our USB and we're going to plug it into my Arduino Uno right here, all wired up. So this is just a standard A to B USB cable. We're going to plug this. We're going to plug this into the computer, and as you can see on the screen right here, we're going to check our tools, make sure Arduino Uno is selected. It'll be the very top one, and the serial part, whatever you're using. This is my Mac. It shows right here. And also, just to be sure, you want to make your programmer selected. It's the very first one called AVR ISP. That stands for AVR In System Programmer. So now we include the upload button right here. It's going to compile. You'll see the lights blinking on your Arduino. And on your screen, it will say, at the very bottom of that little black bar, it'll say done uploading. So now let's go over and see how the program works. So you can see right here, we have our an LED on a button. Let's push the button, and the LED lights up. So it works well. When we push the button, the LED lights up, and when we're not pushing it, the LED stays off. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope you learned a lot in this video and really got some more information about if statements and inputs. Thank you guys, and please subscribe and like.